Hello everyone, and welcome. This is gonna be the epilogue for the Vampire the Masquerade Springfield Chantry Chronicle. Cause the Chantry is gone, and the characters are essentially either gonna die or gonna be trapped for a very, very long time in various ways, and the story ends just as Gehenna ramps up to its full, wonderful, world-ending potential after slowly going on in the background, bit by bit, throughout much of the story. So, when we left our brave heroes, Bacon, or Raffaello rather, was covered by fungus in the corner of the room, and he was slowly getting eaten. William had just tried to stab at Malik and failed horribly, and Malik had been taken over by the Methuselah, rather dashing. And Yorick bravely tried to stop it. He came close, but he has run out of his magic, and he doesn't have enough resources left to really fight what he's facing effectively.
Mm-hmm.
So at this point, we'll play this as a cutscene. You have no chance to survive in a fight, I'm gonna say, so we're not gonna play out the dice rolls, but you can attempt to save yourself through dialogue, because we have not, as a matter of canon, determined exactly who dies and how.
Well, Yorick would just go, son of a bitch!
He just turns his head to the side and looks you in the eye. The look is along the lines of, "You fucker!
Yorick
How
has
dare
already
you!"
turned around and started running.
Okay, as Yorick runs, is Yorick using his celerity? And how much blood does he have in his system for that?
If I remember correctly, he has 3 points of blood. Time to spend them all.
Okay, you are swiftly overtaken by rather dashing, who has 4 points of celerity at least. I don't recall how many exactly I gave him. Mostly I just gave him some discipline so that we would have some idea as to what he would have when he got diablerized, and inevitably, as happened. William Hill's face drops completely, and he stands there, feeling petrified. Okay, rather dashing, tackles you from behind and tosses you to the ground. He's still glaring at you.
What, got a problem with me?
At this point, you are hit by a personal scourge, which turns your willpower against your humanity. Essentially, well, you know how this works. You're familiar with mouth powers.
Yep, very familiar. Yep.
And I believe that would probably be enough to render Yorick into torpor.
At least, yeah.
In which case,
Although,
William...
luckily, I think he's the second highest in humanity, so actually it probably won't give him final death unless the guy decides to go further with it.
Second highest in humanity. God, that's actually right. Jesus Christ.
I only started like 1 point higher, too.
William Hill attempts to hide behind a stone slab. Excellent. William Hill employs stealth. We will determine how effective it is in a moment.
I hate to say this, William. It is ineffective in any way.
Considering that this would have been more of an Auspex Malk, yeah, he would definitely have a...
He has like -7 to the difficulty.
At least. At least. Yeah, also, you've been inside his mind, even if it was more tenuously than the others. He can probably track you using that in some way. the connection is bound to be still there in some low level. Yes, does he care is the question. As Yorick is rendered into torpor, the black covered fingers of once Malik reach forward and rip open his shirt to reveal Ashmet's mark. He hisses in fear and disgust and proceeds to rip out Yorick's throat, finishing him off.
Come on, do a little bit better. He keeps digging in there, taking apart the spinal column. And then Yorick's head rolls to the side, with an anguished look upon its face.
Oh no. Rather, Dashing is acting almost as if he's doing something disgusting. He bites into Yorick's neck almost gingerly, as if he doesn't want to taste too much of this disgusting creature he has to destroy. But, lacking any other implement, he has no choice but to use his fangs. And, William, are you peeking at all? You hear a faint retching sound from down the corridor as he tries to get the taste of Yorick out of his mouth. Yorick, meanwhile, is... he can suddenly think clearly again after being damaged by that... whatever that power that just hit him was. And you look down on your body to see Malik's form leaning away from you and retching to the side as your body is taking on several months of decomposition rapidly.
Oh, no. Remember my body. Remember the thing.
What thing? I don't
remember. That my age was artificially accelerated.
Yes.
Dust to dust. Ash to ash.
No, that doesn't kick in at once, because that was a ghoul thing.
True.
I think ghoul bodies, unless they lose blood, stay their apparent age when they die.
No, they don't. They go to their whatever age they are supposed to be.
Okay.
So yes, one that has been even artificially aged hundreds of years is just going to turn into dust.
Yeah. In that case, no, Yorick's body does decompose for a couple of months' worth. But you can faintly see the lines of power, which was the point of blood that animated you for this night, and you're pretty sure that there's going to be nothing left by the time that runs out. That this is a temporary thing, and that whatever trace you had on the world is very much, well, going away.
Son of a bitch!
What's worse, you can slowly feel yourself unraveling in the wind, as you no longer have a body to house your spirit, and you're being dragged off somewhere. When you hear Ashmet's voice, it no longer feels like it's coming from inside you. Now it feels as if it's coming off from a great distance, and you can even in a vague way sort of feel the direction it's coming from, even though it's not something that is measurable in physical dimensions. Well, Yorick, shit, son.
Those two were fucking idiots. Why did he even take the thing out? I'm presuming that was, him,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
I even managed to get that incapacitated and everything. Son of a bitch.
Fucking Malik. I can't even. A fucking Malik. He had to go and eat it.
Apparently.
I'm so disappointed. Well,
you think you're disappointed? You're not the one that can't build anything anymore.
Well,
wait, can you? I don't know.
Actually, to be fair, I do have a way out for you. It's gonna take a lot of effort for me, but I like you, Yorick, and you're competent, and I kind of need you. So, just open yourself to me, and I'll show you how to stabilize yourself and get another body for yourself.
Should we be trying to wait? Oh, wait. Another body. Yeah, might as well. I get to build stuff still, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Alright. That's great. I can at least continue doing what I wanted all my life.
Yes. Just open yourself. Invite me in. Just say yes. You can come in. I'm yours. Just say it. Say it now!
Yes, you can come in. I am yours. As long as I can build stuff.
He doesn't wait for you to add that caveat. He just rushes in. You now have the equivalent of a blood bond with Ashmet.
Yay! He still adds that last part in.
Ashmet just chuckles from inside you. No, too late. Meanwhile, Rather Dashing walks back in, casually reaches behind a slab and pulls William up, looks him in the eye. There's a faint smile across his face as he looks at him now. Like, what the fuck am I gonna do with you? Ashmet has been busy talking with people and rifling through people's minds, so he has picked up some modern mannerisms, strangely enough. William says hello and smiles weakly. Malik's face smiles back at him. There's a lot of fang in that smile. He says almost as if trying out the words. Hello, priest. If someone could read out William's part, for the sake of keeping this less of a one-man show, once he types it out. And by someone, I mostly mean you, Epic.
But I was eating my pizza.
Well, tough.
If you're going to kill me, at least allow me passage to Valhalla by allowing me to fight. Sounds threatening, right? I think that sounds threatening.
Rather Dashing laughs, picks you up with one hand and tosses you against the wall. With great strength. Please roll to soak 10 bashing. Actually, how damaged are you? Are you damaged at all? I don't think you are.
Don't think anything hit him.
No, on the sheet he has 1 point of bashing. So yeah, roll to soak 10. As Rather Dashing just laughs and walks out, leaving William's crippled body next to the wall, abandoning him in this hellhole forever.
That was an awesome way to go to Valhalla.
He's still alive, that's the thing. Rather Dashing doesn't give a fuck. Technically not torpor, just trapped.
Also, I don't think there's that much blood left anywhere, unless you want to go and drink from Yorick.
No, that blood is already spoiled.
Yeah, that's kind of what I thought.
As walking by, he furrows his brow and turns and, almost as if noticing it for the first time, looks at the fungus. And, Skydog has that reaction, and he starts rifling through the place as William looks on. No, won't do. Goes next to William, picks up Trogdor's fang, looks at it carefully, casually drops it on William's face like, yeah, I don't need that, you can keep it. Have your toy. And finally he goes over to some wooden construction and starts breaking it apart. It rapidly splinters, but eventually he's able to get a good long piece of wood, which he then proceeds to repeatedly jam into Raffaello's skull, trying to kill him off and decapitate him without having to actually touch the fungus. Even with his strength, it takes a while. But eventually, Raffaello's skull is reduced to a bloody mess, and Raffaello is very much dead, as he wakes up in Dorian's apartment, facing a painting. The painting now holds the proud visage of Raffaello, twisted into a bestial snarl. Raffaello, meanwhile, feels vaguely empty, almost as if something vital has just been sucked out of him. How does he react?
Wait, Dorian's dead now? Huh. I guess I lost my soul.
As if you had one left. As Raffaello studies the painting, with what might or might not be a faint, muted sense of horror, he sees a small patch of greenish fungus growing in one corner of the painting. How does Raffaello react to this? Does he do anything? I'm assuming you can't talk, Bacon? Okay. Malik, meanwhile, is trapped inside his own body. Okay. Malik is trapped inside his own body, unable to do anything but watch as he feels himself slowly unraveling and merging into the soul he just tried to eat. How does Raffaello try to remove the fungus? With his fingers, just scrape it off.
Burn it. Burn it with hellfire.
You could try to burn it off. Just burn it off the painting. I'm sure that won't have consequences. Just torch it.
Yes, yes, it's already on fire. It can't get more on fire.
As Raffaello tries to scrape the fungus off, it does not come off. It turns into essentially like spider webs on the air, just these thin little strands floating around, and as quickly as you scrape them off, they go back to the painting and reform on top of it.
He tries to cut the part of the painting where the fungus is.
Okay. Raffaello takes a point of aggravated damage. Roll with self-control at difficulty 9. You'll want 3 successes not to spend the rest of the night in agony.
Can I use willpower?
Yes, you can use willpower, but that will still only get you 1 success out of 3. This is essentially a difficulty 11 roll, I think, according to the rules. So you need 9 plus 3 successes to count as 1 success.
Wits and?
Wits and self-control. I do believe you might be slightly boned there. I think those values weren't too high for you, actually.
Can I use more willpower?
No, just the 1 point.
Like if I spend 2 willpower, can I get 1 extra success?
No,
No.
this is just like a sudden onset of pain that is trying to completely overwhelm you as you stab into your soul. This is like going through diablerie.
Yeah, you have a decent amount of wits, right?
Yeah.
Does 2 count as decent?
Sure. 2 counts as decent.
I'm sure he can get that perfect roll since his virtues were set to 1 in preparation for him going on a path.
Yeah, he can do it. He just needs to roll 9, 9, 10.
Well, he needs to roll 2 9s.
He
And
needs to roll 10, 10, 9? Alright. I know, I'm just joking.
One question. Could I possibly ask Ashmet help to endure the pain? Like,
you take 2 points of aggravated damage. You now need 3 successes, not counting the one you got from willpower, as Ashmet inflicts more pain on you for sheer unthinking stupidity.
Fuck that, he's gonna botch!
at least I could see the part of my soul that has fungus, right?
No. The painting slowly reforms. There's a scar across Raffaello's face in the painting and pain in his eyes. And the fungus is still there.
I ask on my pain to Ashmet use my body to remove the fungus.
You're kind of,
Yeah, at this point you are just in agony. You are incapable of thinking. Next couple of nights you're out of it, considering you botched.
Alright. So in the 3 days I asked to him.
Okay, yeah, you can do that. In the meantime...
wait. In 3 days, he looks up and realizes the entire painting is fungus.
No, it just will go a little bit more. Please, let me just put a tenth of my soul, not everything.
You already got your attempt.
Your attempt was when you had a chance talking to the Lord not to join with Ashmet.
You already lost actual characterization of this guy, so no.
Yeah, the book specifically says, fuck them. Don't forget to fuck them for going with demons. Always, always fuck them for this. That's my instruction as storyteller.
Yep.
So, yeah, no.
And Raffaello kinda deserves, he was a dick. Nobody liked him. Sometimes even I don't like him.
Okay, so Malik, watching from inside rather Dashing's eyes, is slowly making his... Actually, no, at pretty rapid pace, making his way up towards the surface. Starting to move faster and faster as he senses that rather Dashing is growing scared and feels like he has to run. Finally, he comes up through the hall. And let me just... did I save the guys that were actually there at any point? No, I didn't. So let me just say that Mario is still there. As is Constance and some other random guys. Let's even add a Nosferatu. Amelia, that got torpoured way back when. At this point, her torpor timer has run out. And some generic ghouls are there as well, but we're not gonna necessarily place them. As rather Dashing comes out, he freezes for a second, as does Constance. Then she seems to breathe a sigh of relief, step towards the regent, and as she steps close to him to talk to him, she freezes as she realizes that that is not, in fact, Malik. The whole place erupts into chaos as everyone tries to rush Malik down on Constance's orders. But, yep, it does wear his skin. He employs the voice of madness or whatever that was called to make everyone lose it. Battle is joined, but unfortunately they delay him just long enough for the Ether Words to show up. And rather dashing, already weakened by these numerous fights and having expended many resources, manages to wound the Methuselah that currently holds most of Malkav's soul. But not enough. He's subdued and diablerized, and a massive wave of insanity, greater than any before, rolls over a good chunk of this country really. Several neighboring states are affected. A good chunk of the US of A just rips itself apart over the next couple of days as anarchy and insanity sets in, and as Malkav has managed to rebuild himself. And now we can move back to some of the others. William. William healed himself up. How much blood does he have left in his system?
2 points.
Yeah, at Maul you no longer need to crawl. Roll 1d3. Just to see what you discover along the way. Okay, you find the torpid and burned body of Gianna.
Diablo Racer.
Well, he has about no choice right now because he can't even roll self-control.
Oh, he can.
No, actually, he's not allowed to. Because self-control is limited by blood pool, and he's at none.
He has 1 point.
Oh, okay, never mind. He has 1.
He does not currently smell blood, so I would say that unless he sticks around, he doesn't have to immediately roll.
Right. Sure.
If you just turn around and walk the fuck out, you can go, but if you run out of blood completely, the beast will probably beeline for this room.
AKA, try and get out of here if you want any kind of Gianna survival.
I think he's more worried about losing even more humanity because his fate depends on it. He doesn't give a fuck about Gianna.
Huh.
I mean, come on, we know as a player that none of you like Gianna except in the love to hate kind of way.
Hey, I have always liked Gianna. She's awesome. York also liked her.
Okay, William travels through the catacombs. Make a willpower roll, difficulty 9. Willpower roll on a willpower roll. Should we let him? I'm gonna tell you right now, it's gonna require a fuck ton of successes, but you can attempt it.
I don't see why not. It actually makes some sense to be able to spend the willpower point on willpower rolls.
Yeah, and we have always ruled it like that. Essentially, what you're trying to do is trying to escape.
How do you wish to voluntarily fall into torpor, Jackalore?
It is allowed, technically, I think. At least it is in Requiem, I think. Voluntary torpor is a thing.
It is a thing. I was asking how you wish to go about it.
I think you
as far
can
as I know, I think you actually have to, somehow do it and not just will yourself into torpor.
I think there's different mechanisms for voluntarily torturing yourself. Namely, it suggests that if you go in there voluntarily instead of being forced into it, like, for example, stabbing yourself, that you can awaken faster and otherwise just be cool.
Yeah, Yeah, that's what I was saying. Is he like stabbing himself with the fang or anything else?
No, no, no. Like I said, he can essentially just go to sleep, and I'll let him make a willpower roll to attempt to, torpor himself, to will himself into sleep.
Wait, where's it found in the book? I didn't even know that. How'd I miss that? I'm gonna go and look.
No, no, the willpower thing isn't in the book. But there is a rule for waking up at half the mandatory time for voluntary torpor, which heavily implies that that's a different mechanism, which you choose. And I believe he's gone. Alright, Jackalor, you have two options. Yes, you could go into torpor and wait for better times. Or, while you have willpower points, you can attempt once per night to get out of the catacombs, which are now latching onto you with a great deal of strength, with whatever defenses are left here. And that will essentially, the first roll is free, and the others will require a willpower point to enact. The difficulty will be 9, and you will need 5 successes to actually get out. Otherwise, you're going to be trapped in here until after Gehenna ends, and someone or something reawakens you. No, it's not an extended roll. You have to get 9 on a single roll to overwhelm the defenses. This is not a you will get out eventually, probably, maybe. This is a fuck you roll, but I'm giving you a chance.
I think this kind of actually infers that they just kind of lay down and just sleep through the nights and then slowly lose blood and then lose health levels in order to enter voluntary torpor.
No, that's a hunger torpor which functions differently. Then they can reawaken as soon as they get blood.
Huh. Weird, it doesn't really go into how voluntarily happens then.
Yes, it doesn't. It's just hand-waved. Like I was telling Jackalor, I'm gonna let him try and escape from the magical trap and maze. He needs 5 successes on a difficulty 9 willpower roll, a single roll. He can make one without spending anything to activate it, and any future ones to, attempt again, will require a willpower point. Essentially, he can try to desperately escape while he has willpower for it.
Ah, never mind. It actually does describe it down here. It's just them going to sleep, basically.
Okay. For how long do you intend to sleep, Jackalor?
He will have to do the hunger torpors kind of deal of awakening, though. So, have fun.
Yes, he does have... Well, he does have to roll to awaken. And he's kind of boned on that. Okay, so... Yes, but how long are you telling yourself to sleep? Because I assume it's something you set yourself to do at a specific time, unless you are a few years.
Are you just going to go back to sleep each time or something?
No, he can... Voluntary torpor, you can choose how long you sleep, as long as you sleep for at least half of the normal time, in theory.
Okay, that makes sense. I like that, yeah.
Okay, William has given up on life. William, actually, your brother is still out there. He'll be alone in this. Do you wish to abandon him? Oh, fuck. You forgot! I think that's a humanity roll, right? Forgetting about his brother like that. I think that's humanity roll. Don't you think, guys?
What was he? Is he at 8?
He's at 8.
Oh, that might actually be one. Let me go double check.
No, he's gonna try and work his way out. Okay. Nope. In order to actually try again, you have to spend a willpower point, because the maze just latches on and holds you. It tries to entrance you into endlessly wandering through here, as your body just stares into space. Okay, Let's see if he manages it this time.
So, he's doing this once per night, right?
Essentially, yes.
So he's already at no blood.
Yes, yes, you only have one more try. Ooh, so close! Make me a hunting roll using dexterity survival at difficulty 9 plus 1 to see if you can find enough rats to sustain yourself for another night.
That was a really good roll.
So close. If not for that one, he would have escaped.
Oh, sweet.
So yeah, like I said, dexterity survival at difficulty 9 plus 1 to see if there are enough rats down here or anything else living. Okay, you get a single blood point from that. You can survive for another night. Actually, yeah, roll for the second night you're awake. The one after rather dashing left.
Actually, did he include his, he didn't include his damaged dice, did he?
I don't know, he has a lot of dex, I think. Like, you hunt once on the night you went down into the hole and rather dashing. Oh, yeah.
Failed, then.
You desperately scrabble for food, but that is apparently not to be. I want you to roll 1d6. 1, 2, or 3, you find one of the companions that were torpor down here and eat them. If you roll 4, 5, or 6, right, I said 1, 2, 3, that was finding companions, right? 4, 5, 6 is not finding anything, as the maze has you now, and you just fall into torpor and wander aimlessly among the ghosts of the fallen Viking warriors, which are also trapped here. You are now in your version of hell, being punished for your failures and your cowardice, as your god is deeply disappointed. Also, all of these fuckers in here actually worship Thor as their primary god, so you don't get along that well necessarily either.
Your soul wanders an endless maze.
Yes, he continues wandering. Yorick, as you are whisked away by a fell demonic wind, you arrive at the tower, and you see the student that once upon a time you enchanted, just weeping horribly at the death of his master, a half-drunk bottle of vodka in his left hand. He's just hunched over the table. Ashmet urges you on to claim his body for your own and crush whatever is left of his spirit. He's weak enough to claim.
Yorick doesn't even really bother thinking about it, because this was a tool. Time to make use of it.
You hear you feel a faint master. Ah!
Shut the fuck up! I'm taking this over.
No! Crunch. Good. Good. Ah, crap. Raphael owes it. I'll be right back. And
Have fun.
make sure the forge is ready. We need to hurry.
Yeah, I know. Forge.
It's one-track mind, that fucker. He doesn't appreciate me like he should. Grumble. Okay. At some point, one of the Ventru walks in and asks if everything is alright and when your master would be back, Yorick.
It's dead.
What?
There's no bond anymore.
What? Okay, shit. He says freeze, looking into your eyes, and goes out. You may freely ignore it. You are now immune to vampiric mind affecting crap.
I was at willpower 10 too, so I didn't give a shit either way.
Yeah. But, yeah, pretty much.
Oh.
What do you do as he goes off to report this and start getting you bound? Do someone else now.
There's only one thing to do. Time to hide in the forge. Probably. Actually, let me actually think for just a moment. What would York do right now? Oh, wait. Everyone's about to start panicking like fuck because there's much more important matters. Like a Methuselah waking up.
Keep in mind that...
going down into... Trying to hide somewhere in the workshop sounds like a great idea.
Okay. Okay. So you hide in the forge. Excellent.
Wherever the most hidden spot is. And York probably did make some kind of entranceway somewhere. So, hey.
I'm gonna say that would be a difficulty 9 roll requiring 3 successes to detect the place. The vent will detect nothing. Ah, crap. Are you sure you dominated him properly? Ah, fuck. Wait, what's that? And at that point, the wave of insanity hits as Malkav reassembles himself and the United States implodes. Who is scratching that? So help me, I will find you.
I point at Bacon.
Oh, I wasn't scratching, but sorry for the noise. Sometimes I forgot that my new microphone is good.
I forget it's a good microphone. It actually detects things.
As we move on through this epilogue, Malik now faintly looking out on occasion, just getting glimpses of what's going on around him, looking out through Malkav's eyes, sees the rusted door of some warehouse, which Malkav casually pushes open and walks inside. As he moves through the corridors, which are, well, clearly there's rich carpets on the floor, paintings on the walls. This is no mere warehouse. He eventually reaches a room where several people are frenziedly working over Serat's tied and staked body, which has somehow been reconstituted by the mages. They look up as Malkav walks in without giving a fuck and attempt to attack him. Unfortunately, their magic does not exist for Malkav. He walks up to them and breaks their necks.
Isn't it amazing? I disbelieve in avatars. Oh, fuck. I love that. That's awesome. I love this idea.
Malkav looks over the ritual for the red sign, smiles casually as he sees the letters wriggle on the page and wave at him, proclaiming that they're ready to be used, that we're finally complete, and unleashes the path of fire on everything within reach as he just turns around and walks out like a badass in his new trench coat, which he stole from Malik's corpse. And with that, the mages, in their glorious attempt to fix the world, have once again failed horribly like they usually do.
Stupid mages.
If you hadn't woken it, they would have succeeded. They were nearly done. They were this close. But no, you had to go and help Malkav win.
Yeah, poor bastards.
It wasn't me.
To be fair, I was voting for Malkov. Malkov for president, 20.
Both of you, well, Yorick, what does Yorick do? Yorick can now go outside during the day as well, incidentally.
Yes, I know.
So, you have a couple of days. What do you do while everything is going on?
It seems like it's a good... is Ashmet contacting me at all or anything?
He told you to make sure the workshop was safe and just make sure that it's ready for work. That maybe, just maybe, if you work really, really hard, you still have a chance.
That sounds like a good idea. And now I have 24 hours! Fuck yeah!
You hear him faintly cursing Raphael on his complete and utter idiocy on the other end, on occasion.
I'm pretty sure he can figure out that the world's just going to shit and is just going to completely lock this place down in a lot of ways.
Who? Ashmet?
No, Yorick.
Oh, yes, he probably could. He was just killed by Methuselah, and at that point, the city is burning.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
There are mortals ripping each other apart in the town, in the tower. The insanity does not seem to have ended with the dawn this time. It's almost like darkness itself is, fucking with the normal rules of things, and Sun no longer has the kick it once did. You even see one or two vampires running around joining in the frenzy of destruction.
Well, that looks like fun. Unfortunately, I think there's steam rising above them.
In a few cases, but the tower, the lower levels where the workshop and the lairs are, is pretty sunproof.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, he's just going to be reinforcing defenses and making sure he does exactly what Ashmet described to him. Ensuring that the workshop is well defended and able to get to work.
All right. Yes. Eventually, just as the fires are finally starting to die down, a couple of figures which you can faintly see their true forms through their flesh now, I think. Or we're gonna say that you can in your changed state anyway. They come through the tower and into your workshop casually, and just dump a third figure at your feet in the essentially front room wherever you usually meet visitors. And they tell you that this is your fuel. Does Yorick react in any way to this, or does he simply claim the body and shove it in there?
I'm trying to understand how they got in when I locked the doors and made sure it was barricaded.
In that case, they just knock politely.
Who is it?
They prop up a body, pull its head back by the hair so you can see the face. This is for you. The boss said you needed fuel. You can faintly see that it's there's a demon in there.
Oh, alright. Come in. Dump it in here.
They step into the front door, place the body on the floor, and just stand by the door politely. Sir, we are at your service. If you require guards or anything else, we are to aid you in whatever way we can.
Alright. That sounds alright, I suppose. You can guard the outside.
Yes, sir. They step outside. About 10-15 minutes later, you hear through the thick doors a faint whoosh and the frenzied screams of a vampire.
Sounds like good times.
The evening of that night, Raffaello finally manages to come awake and actually be in a functional state. Your wounds have mysteriously healed, but your soul in the painting bears the scars of your foolishness. It does not look good. It's bent over, clutching at its middle, looking up at you with a sorrowful look, almost as if asking you, "Why? Why? What did I do to you? Why?"
He looks at his soul and say, "Hey, if you want to be controlled by a crazy fungus." So he gets up, he takes the painting. Is the painting on a frame or something? Can I just remove the frame of the painting?
Yes, you can. You can certainly remove the frame and roll up the painting if you wish to transport it.
Yeah, he will do that and carry the painting with him and go to the workshop.
No. Bad idea. That painting needs to be kept safe. Don't.
I thought that the workshop was very safe.
Yorick. Well, Yorick's useful, but you don't want that to be within his reach. Trust me on that. He doesn't really like you, not like me.
So what's funny is, for once, Ashmet is telling the truth.
He actually was trying to be honest with you the whole time. It's just the habits of millennia are hard to break.
Poor bastard. He might have had a chance if he was able to break those.
He asked Ashmet where he recommended to put the painting.
You're gonna need to go down below. We need the Dragon's Fang. Make your way to the Chantry and get down below. Now, Jackalor, meanwhile, you have eaten Gianna, I think. Actually, no, you didn't find her, that's right.
He's on Torpor.
Yes, right, I forget. You feel someone approaching Jackalor, if Bacon is willing to head over there. Not that he has much choice, since Ashmet's essentially gonna torture him until he does as he's told.
Yeah, and I'm going. I'm trying to save the world now, so yeah.
You're too late.
Yeah.
No, we can do it.
Okay. Do you have your phone or anything with you? Are you actually gonna listen to the news, see how bad it is?
No, I would just take a weapon and go to the underground.
Okay. In that case, in the burned out city, on your way, you see the demonstration. A demonstration that in the streets, and there's mushroom clouds on the placards, and just you hear them chanting, 3 nukes is not enough! 3 nukes is not enough!
It seems that the world is very fun right now.
Oh yeah, this is when everything goes to shit. When you fuck over several states of the US of A, if they're sure it's the Arabs, then there's gonna be mushroom clouds. You know that's true. Something like this, they're gonna retaliate, especially in the world of darkness.
Yep.
So, I don't think that I had a gun on my room, so where do I find it?
You don't find a gun, but you can easily grab a knife at least from Dorian's kitchen, essentially.
And or any, houses you decide to try and loot. You can find a knife.
Yeah.
You find a cleaver. You are now cleaverized. Have fun with that.
Oh, that's a cleaver. That's nice. I will walk with one of those.
Okay. Along the way, you are ambushed by a kid, essentially, who's holding a light gun in your face. He says, yeah, you dad, you just stop right there. Just stop. You got any food? Give me all your food right now!
I look at his eyes and say freeze, using the dominate.
Roll 1d10. On a 1d discipline fails, cause Gehenna is here. Cause fuck you. It works and he's frozen in place looking in horror as you, I assume, walk away.
No, I take his gun. And
Okay.
walk away.
Okay, in that case, you may add a light pistol to yourself. Not that it matters. The area around the Chantry seems utterly abandoned. There are no streetlights. There's barely any sounds. You can hear the roar of the fires in the distance and the occasional sporadic gunfire from the city or what's left of it. But here all is ruined and wrecked. Almost as if the frenzy was somehow worse here, or as if people felt drawn here to do the worst destruction here.
It makes sense.
One of the buildings looks strangely melted and twisted, almost as if it couldn't at one point decide if it wanted to be a warehouse or a fairy tale castle.
I just go to the Chantry, looking for the hole.
The hole is very much still there, and you're able to jump down it.
I jump at the hole.
William, you come face to face with Raffaello in your wandering. You hear and feel the whispering from the warriors behind you to slay this beast, regain your honor.
And you are incredibly hungry.
Yes, keeping in mind that he's in torpor and he can't really feed anyway, so that's actually muted, actually.
Oh, good point. I forgot he went into torpor.
Yeah, you are both in a mindscape now. And William seems to be a guardian of this place now. How do you react? Both of you. William, incidentally, to you at least, Bacon looks at least half a foot taller, and there is a wicked-looking battle axe by his side. He's also dressed...
You're forgetting also that his soul looks like it's been more or less hollowed out, and, well, that's not good.
No, it's actually, for Raffaello, it's more like you see his physical body, because he's here in body, but what's facing you is an idealized version of William, because this is essentially, you know...
Oh, that was William's description.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he asked me to leave and just look at him and say, hey, can I have the dragon fang? It's like I need that to kill the antediluvian that is trying to mess with the world, so can you help me?
Okay, someone will need to read out William's lines at least.
Leave this place is not for the living. Leave now.
This is where you say, Raffaello. Well, I'm not alive, so that's alright. Walk past him. This place is not for you, and we care no longer for the actions of those above.
So, the religious guy don't care if thousands of innocents are dying just because you refuse
I think
to
the religious
give
guy
dragon
doesn't
fang.
want to help the guy that has, I think, no real humanity.
I'm using vision right now, so and I have 2 humanity, so that's a lot.
You are gonna be at 2 humanity forever. You can't gain or lose humanity. You are stuck in this hollow, deadened existence.
And that is more than enough to, not including everything else about you, to send bad signals.
Leave or I will throw you out.
Throw me out together with the fang? How
Let's see if
about
I can
it?
go get a voice thing real fast.
Innocents will die because of you. What your gods will think about that?
He's trying to
You fail.
manipulate you. Don't trust him. Kill it. Kill it now.
Well then, I just think I will go outside and try to save a few people. Maybe I can do some good different of you. So, when I leave, does he lose humanity? I mean, he refused to help thousands of people.
He doesn't trust you. He is preventing a worse evil, I think, from his point of view. So no, he wouldn't.
Oh, come on.
No, no. That was when he thought you were just an innocent stranger trying to help him. You can't get him to lose more humanity this way. He knows what you are now.
I just look at him. Hey, you have a boon with me because I took the blame of the dead people.
He maybe
right now.
once he might have thought that way, but it's Gehenna. He's not really a vampire right now, and you're trying to intrude on what he considers his duties.
I care no longer for your politics. There you have it. He mustn't leave. Destroy it.
no longer for your politics. You have no hold over me.
Nah, that's not bad. I like that.
That's nice. So, can I use celerity to just crush at him and chop him with my cleaver?
You refuse to leave. I will now expel you.
Bit too echoey. Turn it down a notch. Just like,
I only have one echo going.
it's more that it's too loud.
I can try, I guess.
Do you wish to initiate combat against each other?
Yeah, I think I have to.
William, you may, for the purposes of this combat, add, let's say, 1 point to each of your physical stats and 1 point to your appearance. Because you're an idealized version of yourself.
Doesn't look like I'll be able to do that. I could try a chorus instead if you want.
I rolled my initiative wrong. Just let me roll again. I forgot to add my celerity.
No. We're just gonna... We were just gonna add celerity to that roll.
But
Yeah,
sure,
let's
we'll take
take
the
that.
new one.
Yeah, we'll take the new one. I like the new one better.
Fuck.
Oh, whoops. I thought that was an old initiative. I'm gonna add you with your 17 by hand right there. William, you have a battle axe by your side. But we are gonna split it here because it looks like the party is gonna be fighting each other once again.
Yay!
And take a quick break.